What's up, world, and welcome to Trending, your guide to what is hip on the internet. It's your boy Jake here today, and we're going to begin by starting off our discussion with the latest online trends. So first up, we have the big sensation of the moment, known as the yodeling boy. And here is a small snippet of the video. What a wonderful young man, excellent outfit, excellent vocals. I would rate 10 out of 10. The video is of the 10-year-old Mason Ramsey, and it's been viewed over 1.3 million times on YouTube today. He already was a sensation in his local town of Golconda, Illinois. The video shows him giving an impromptu rendition of Hank Williams' Lovesick Blues. Many celebrities and artists have noticed the boy, and some like Steve Aoki and the Chainsmokers are already endorsing the rising star. Many mashups of the video were made, and Billboard even took the time to rank the top 5 best remixes on musicality as well as innovation. So next we're going to look at some tweets about this yodel boy. So first up, here's this little tweet here. It's about this boy's first few albums to come. We've got him there on the Hamilton. We've got him there with the Adele record, Dark Side of the Moon, a classic dad rock record, and then we got the Beatles here, a few yodel boys crossing the road. So for our next tweet, here we have the yodel boy, and he is with Hank Williams, you know what I mean, the man whose song he covered. And look, what an aesthetic on this young man. Wonderful. Bow tie, excellent. Belt buckle, excellent. I would say, what a stylish young man. So for our next tweet, we have Michael Scott from TV's The Office. That's a little joke here. I went to Walmart today and the yodeling kid wasn't performing, and here he is looking very sad. Which I'd be too. I'm a big fan of this young man. Next time I go to the shops, you know, Lidl, I'm hoping to see a young man doing a similar vocal. So our next tweet, these are the important texts I wake up to. A little humorous tweet here, somebody claiming to know the yodel boy, know his true identity. One can dream, you know, what a wonderful vocalist. And for our final tweet on this topic, it says, how scary it would be to be walking down an aisle in Walmart and suddenly see the yodeling kids standing there waiting to serenade you, which I agree with, I believe. So for our next topic, we have a very controversial figure going out of control, you know. This is Conor McGregor, so please take a look at this footage. God, that was shocking stuff in my opinion. Very bold, very shocking. So Dana White, the UFC president, stated that he did not know that Conor was in New York, and later that evening McGregor turned himself into the NYPD, where he was charged with 2 felonies and a 4th degree of criminal mischief. Very bad stuff. He appeared in court the next day and was released on a $50,000 bail and will appear in court on July the 14th. Now let's look at some tweets about this Conor McGregor situation. So first up we have Nate Diaz, this Conor's old little rival, his competitor. And he said, he shouldn't have been trying to punk his boy when he was alone, like a bully. Then he expects not to get rolled on, effing rookie. And then he stayed on the bus, haha, you guys got punked. Here's a little quote from Diaz on the situation. So then the next tweet we have is once again just elaborating on the situation a little bit, and it says, Khabib and about 7 friends cornered one of Conor's teammates and closest friends, slapping him in the face. Conor and his team flew to NYC to get Khabib. People can blame Conor, but Khabib is nothing but an effing bully. Very profane. Get yourself a friend like Conor. So yeah, that's another take, you know. Penny Conor is a nice man in this situation. So now we'll turn on to the next tweet. And it says, bottom line on McGregor. I'm not a fan after what happened today. That was disgusting and uncalled for, and I hope he gets a ton of lawsuits and goes to jail. He let fame go to his head. Sad. Done. UFC should never book him again for a fight. Unreal. That's a nice little typing style there, very Trumpian with the sad. Done. So then next we have a tweet of Conor McGregor in jail taking pictures and signing autographs. There he is with what I assume to be an NYPD officer. And finally, we have a picture of Conor with the NYPD, and it's proclaiming that he's free, and that's from My Mixtapes with a Z. So next we have Suzanne to teach us a little bit more about social media. Hello, Suzanne. How are you doing?
Hi. Nice to meet you.
So let's watch what people have to say about some good profiles online.
What social media do you use?
Jesus, I use a lot of social media, so I would use Facebook, not so much, but more into Instagram, Snapchat. Wouldn't be a big Twitter fan though, to be honest. Too much, you know.
I use Snapchat, Facebook, and Twitter mainly.
Facebook, Twitter, a little bit of Instagram.
Facebook, Snapchat, Instagram, YouTube as well.
What would make a good profile on Facebook or Instagram?
What do you mean?
Like, do you like photography pages or meme pages?
I'd be a sucker for memes, yeah. A good meme page or group pages, you know, the ones that you can join where they just shitpost, yeah.
Good quality. I don't know, it can be too overdone, like not too many filters, you know, like a bit of a catfish, nothing like that. But yeah, professional sort of picture, yeah, something like that.
Are you a selfie taker, and if so, how many would you take before you get the perfect one?
I don't know, a couple. I don't have it. I don't take them often, but I don't know, not many. I don't know. It's a once-off kind of thing.
I would take quite a few before I get the right one, but generally in a group. I don't like taking them of myself by myself, yeah.
I am personally not a selfie taker, but I know someone who is. He's just over here. Shane Morgan. He's a big selfie taker. Come here. He takes a lot of selfies. How do you feel about
How many would you take?
A lot. Yeah.
You want to give me a little number there?
before you get the right one? Yeah.
Well, it depends on the day, you know. If you're trying to look, then like anywhere between 80 and 600. But if you're just out here looking like a foot, like, you know, chill day, then you want, and you wouldn't be taking a selfie because that's not what you want to project to the world, you know. You're never gonna get a rich man.
Also, some very interesting observations made there. So, Suzanne, what do you think makes a good profile online?
Like, to me, a good profile is something that kind of showcases, like, all of the things that make you, you.
Mm-hmm.
It has to be, like, original and kind of cohesive and just, like, fun to use and to look at, because there's no point in doing it if you're not having fun doing it, you know?
Exactly, yeah. That's very true. And what kind of accounts are you drawn to yourself on Instagram?
Well, I love a lot of different accounts. Like, for instance, this account is for a guy called Tan France. He's like a stylist, and he was on a Netflix TV show recently called Queer Eye, basically, where he just
very
like
good
does
reviews, I hear.
Yeah, he does all the fashion and styling for their not contestants, I guess, their guests. But yeah, like, he has a really fun kind of Instagram style. Like, if you look at his photos, his selfies, like, a lot of people don't have the confidence to do like a black and white photo because I think it makes them look like a bit pretentious, a bit like a bit of a so-and-so.
Exactly.
But like, it makes everyone look really nice, you
Definitely,
know?
yeah, that's a lovely pic, definitely.
Yeah, like, it really smooths out the skin, which I think is great.
And do you think profile pictures are important?
Oh, for sure. Like, a profile picture is like one of the most crucial parts of any kind of
account,
any social media account, because it's like how everyone's going to see you. It's the first thing anyone will see is your profile picture.
Let's click on to the next picture. So here we have
this
Rowan
is
Blanchard.
Rowan Blanchard. So she is an actress and an author and like a teen activist. And her photos are mostly like fashion stuff, which I really like, but also like just kind of really interesting, like, weird pictures.
Yeah, it's a nice aesthetic.
It's not what you would usually see on Instagram. Like, it's kind of, it's different, and like, I like that. I think if I want a kind of like a feed that is full of loads of different stuff.
Yeah.
Because otherwise it's just really boring.
Exactly, I agree. And
Yeah,
she
like
is more-
this selfie is really good because like it's the classic mirror selfie, so you can see what you look like, which
Yeah.
is crucial. But also like great style, like the sunglasses that you can kind of see her eyes through. It just looks really cool.
nice badge situation
Yeah,
around her.
it shows personality. You know?
Definitely, yeah. I agree. And then
Yeah, this is Lennon. She's
Lennon
also an
Stella.
actress, but she's a singer as well. So like you can see she does like she'll post videos of herself singing, and she's just like sometimes you just follow people because they're beautiful.
yeah, that is how it
you
goes
know,
usually on
Yeah,
Instagram.
that's just how it is sometimes. Like she's a very typical Instagram kind of user.
Yeah.
Like if you look at her selfie, like she's actually done something that I would never do, which is take it from a low angle. But she still looks great.
Yeah, she
which
does.
I guess she just has the bone structure to do it.
I like that
Not
jacket.
all of us do. So yeah, I really like her. I really think
Yeah.
she has a beautiful face.
Yeah. This is Violetta.
Yeah.
Violetta.
Violetta is actually a ballet dancer in New York. So a lot of her photos are to do with ballet, which is just like another kind of side of things because obviously like that's her profession.
Yeah.
So her Instagram is very much like a cohesive unit of like photos for like brands or photos of her
Yeah.
like dance company and stuff, which I think is really cool. She kind of shows because a lot of people have like a bad image of like ballerinas as being
Yeah.
like these crazy, uptight, like anorexic, like people with a lot of problems, but she just seems like a very like fun,
Yeah.
like
Not on some
beachy,
Black Swan
natural
type
girl.
stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
None of that Black Swan stuff here. Just taking nice photos of herself,
Yeah.
like even smiling.
Very
like-
wholesome.
Yeah,
Very
that looks like a
wholesome.
very like natural smile, which I
Certainly.
think is cool.
Certainly. And then
Petra. Yeah, Petra Collins is a videographer and a photographer. And she, obviously that's her job. It is
Yeah.
her job to make things look like good and cool and interesting.
these are incredible. I've seen her before.
Yeah, like she's well known. She just filmed Cardi B's latest music video.
There it is on the top
yeah,
right.
that top right one. But yeah, like I think that what she usually doesn't put up photos of herself actually. She just puts up photos of other people, which I think can be a really cool way
Yeah.
of like still having an Instagram but not like making it not feeling too narcissistic about it.
Yeah, my boy Frankie Ocean there in the.
Ocean, yeah, shout out.
Then here we have Jimmy Lucid.
Yeah, Jimmy followed me before I followed him. I know,
Big clout,
Yeah,
yeah.
here I am, like clout. But he's a musician, but he posts a lot of stuff about like being a vegan, like alt musician in the US, and he like all of his photos, like even there, it looks like they're all from like one kind of
Yeah.
similar like take. They're all
Definitely,
one.
yeah.
It's like one outfit,
aesthetic.
like one aesthetic. Yeah, it's really really good because like that you get a very clear picture of like who this guy is.
Yeah.
And what he is like, what he wants to show you. You know,
exactly.
he creates this really cool like personal branding and personal image. Yeah, I think that's a still from one of his music videos, maybe.
Looks like it would be, yeah.
Yeah, but it's really cool how he's played with lighting and stuff here, with like the kind of blues and the greens, and like his hair is all pink, so it
The
is
lens
really
flaring behind
yeah.
it. It's very nice.
Just it's nice stuff.
Yeah,
Aesthetics.
yeah. And is that all we have for Instagram?
I think so.
I think it is. So next up, I believe we have a little debate. So okay, thank you very much, Suzanne. That
Thanks
was
for
very
having
nice.
me.
I appreciate it. So next we have Asan and Zach here with us to discuss a more serious topic. Is social media making us too antisocial? So welcome, boys. Get ready for the the big debate. Some hot takes about to be made here.
How's it going?
How's it going? Excellent. Asan, Zach. Nice to meet you, boys. Very nice.
Thanks for having us here.
So we just get started. I'll let you guys take it away.
So social media, I don't think it makes people more antisocial. I think it can bring people together with different niche communities online, such as communities on YouTube who people who share similar interests can get together and interact with people who share their interests. So I think it can bring people closer together.
Yeah. So
See, I disagree with the thing because even though people come together, they're watching stuff and all, but they're watching it like in a more individualistic way
Yeah.
almost. So if you're going somewhere, say for instance on a public transport, you're bet into your phone. You're going through your phone. You have your earphones or headphones on, and you're not talking to the person beside you. So it kind of almost eliminates the next person sitting next to you that you could talk to, ask them how their day was or something. But social media is just, it kind of takes you away from that social aspect of your
the day-to-day
physical
type
life. Yeah.
interactions, yeah.
See, I don't
So-
agree with that argument because there's this photo online. It's a pretty famous image of people on the subway, and they're all reading newspapers. And this is like back in the 50s or 60s, so I think that argument is pretty invalid too.
But even to that point, when you're reading the newspaper, you can still hear what's going on around you and all. Mostly nowadays, people have small earphones, or the Apple company, they have AirPods. So you could literally, don't even have any worries, you just plug them in and you're eliminated from the rest of the world. So you're in your own little
bubble. Or your
bubble.
little-
So yeah, like
Zach, you have any
that's
rebuttal?
how it takes away the
I can't,
social
can't
aspect.
argue with that one there.
Yeah. So
any more reasons why you think it's a negative thing?
social media is like you're too busy creating your own persona, your profile, how you want the world to view you. So it's that you're creating a space for yourself, for people to see, to like you. Do you know what I mean? So then you're just spending so much time on it that you forget about what's around you.
Yeah.
So
But do you not think that it can also be a tool for people to stay in contact with, like, say, family who live abroad? Like, say, people who go to different countries and then they want to talk with their family and maintain relationships back home. Do you not think that's a tool for that?
That is true. That is true to a certain extent. See, people, like, they don't spend hours talking back home to their country or whatever. They're mostly like sharing stuff online and all. Like, they're not having an actual conversation like we are at the minute, face to face. So it's all online. They're commenting, they're sharing, they're chatting people on apps like a Messenger and I don't know, Snapchat, Instagram and all that. So
But what about, like, video chat, like talking to your family through that, like through Facebook?
that is an advantage, but like at the same time, like while you're doing that, that is an advantage. I can't argue that one, but like you're still not really in touch with your surroundings, if you know what I mean. So
you think there's, like, positives and negatives to it?
yeah, to a certain extent, like you're still not really socially active in your real life. It's mostly on your mobile device and stuff. So
So you think it's more of a distraction then?
Yeah. So yeah, that's it.
That seems like it, yeah. Well, some very interesting takes on both sides, I would say, and that's all we have time for today anyway. But thank you all for tuning in with us, and join us next time on Trending when we just might teach your grandparents about Snapchat filters. So thanks and goodbye, world.